What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at a bunch of news coming out of the One Piece TCG, because there are very exciting things happening, including the kind of official reveal of Starter Deck 11. Now, I say kind of because it's up on the Japanese website. On the Japanese website, they have a listing for Starter Deck 11. It is there. It has a confirmed release date of the 7th of October. This is, of course, in Japan. This is not the English release. We have a confirmed price of 550 yen. That makes it a budget deck. The rule is 990 yen is a regular deck. 550 yen is a budget deck, and then we got Starter Deck 10, which is all over the place. That was like 3,000 yen, 2970. Treble A regular starter deck. But again, it was a very premium deck with deck box and lots of shiny cards, and it was understandable is what I'm saying. It was very different and unique, but it was understandable and we kind of get it. Generally speaking, though, we look at this and we go, okay, then, this is a budget starter deck, and I hope they do more of these, frankly. I want more budget starter decks, more 550 yen starter decks. And the reason is extremely simple. The more quote-unquote budget starter decks we get, the more we are going to be seeing people coming into the game. People join with simple, easy decks. Like 550 yen is like £3. I've been picking up some of these 550 yen decks. I'm in Japan at the moment, and I love it. It makes me really happy that I can pick up these decks so gosh darn cheap. So it's going to get more people in, and that's lovely. The other thing we have here is a description. Okay, fine. We know that it's a 51 card deck with 10 Dawn and 2 super rares and 2 rares and 1 leader, and we know all of this. This is what it always is. Characters who played an active part in One Piece Film Red appear one after another. Use event cards with a theme of Uta no Uta to advance the game to your advantage. Yeah, this is everything we heard of before. The information we had before was basically that it's going to be a green starter deck and that it is going to feature Uta and is going to have event cards based on songs. Now, yes, it does say Uta. It literally is listed as Start Deck Uta. So we know it's going to be Uta. We know it's going to have, these event cards. I don't believe it says green on it. Although, has it got the green background there? Might literally have the green background. I'm colorblind, leave me alone. But yeah, so we know it's going to be a green deck with Uta. Do remember, it has been basically confirmed through European distributors, or US distributors, I should say. It has been confirmed through US distributors that we are going to be seeing some reprinted green film cards in here. Now, as I've told you before, the best among these is Nami. So basically cross your fingers we get a reprint of Nami. Not that it's a particularly expensive card. I just said something about the fact that when we get these cards reprinted, if they're really good cards, there's just something nice about, the product designers just having our backs and being happy about that. But remember, we did have all of these in OPO2, so we're going to get some of these back. It is here. It is official. It is looking lovely. As a very quick side note here, we have a better look at the 7-11 promos. Remember, there's a promotion starting, well, now as you listen to this, in Japan, where you go and buy like fried chicken and then you get yourself One Piece cards. Well, I'm going to be running around Japan for the next couple of days before I go home. I assure you, from now on, like every time I'm walking around a Japanese city, and I do intend to be walking around a few over the next few days, I will be making a point of going past as many 7-Elevens as I can and trying to get the complete set of these promos. I've already had multiple friends get in touch, being like, hey, Wassy, you're in Japan right now, right? If I pay for your chicken, will you get me these promos? So it looks like I'm living on fried chicken for the next couple of weeks. But next couple of days. I've got 3 more days and then I'm going home. But regardless, yeah, this is a very cool promotion and one that I intend taking advantage of. Something else I intend taking advantage of is the pop-up shop in Shibuya. Now, this is confusing to me because I have been to The One Piece TCG stores, I went, oh, which ones have I been to? I've been to the one in Osaka, and I've been to the one in Shinjuku. And I do intend hitting a few more between now and the end. In fact, I've got a bunch more to go to. But the two I've been to were like the same. And looking at pictures of some of the others, they're all basically the same. Like the displays and decorations they have are slightly different, but they're largely the same. They're quite small, they've got the really cool tables you play on, and they've got a bunch of stuff for sale. They've generally got sets 2, 3, and 4, to be fair, not Romance Dawn, that's been gone a long time. So some of the displays are slightly different. You know, the one on the screen here, you've got the big leader cards from the starter decks, but they're generally fairly straightforward and fairly similar. Except for this pop-up shop in Shibuya, which I want to point out is a pop-up store, not a permanent store. Now, I think I'm going to have to get there early because when they run out of tickets for the day, they do tweet out and tell us. But for instance, one of the things you can do is you go there and you take pictures of 4 cards. You tweet it out using specific hashtags, and you get yourself Gear 5 Luffy Don. Yeah. Now, they have already, what Bandai have said, very specifically, they've tweeted it out, they have already said very clearly this will be made available in other events in the future. This is not going to remain something which is only available at this pop-up shop in Shibuya, and I adore this. I think this is wonderful. Because what we don't want here is a situation where there is this magic, lovely extra Don, which can only be gotten at this one pop-up shop, which is only there for a couple of weeks, and now all of a sudden everyone is descending down and taking over the store. That is not cool. Like, it's open... Oh, have I got the opening times here? It doesn't open until something like 11 o'clock in the morning, but the other day they tweeted out at like 11:15 that it was done for the day, that they'd reached the number of tickets they could give out, and that they were stopping giving out tickets for the day. It has, no, that's not all day. Some days it's been happening like mid-afternoon, they've been running out. But yeah, it is proving quite popular. I love the idea that although you can get, and don't get me wrong, I want to go down and get the Don. I do want to go and get the Don, but I like the idea that I'm not kind of forced to go there because it's the only place it's going to be available. Nah, which is lovely. However, and it is a first anniversary pop-up, I should say, that's very deliberate. But they're going over the top with this one in a way they haven't with all of the others. So, you know, look at this poster with the Oda Luffy they've drawn for OP05. There's stuff like this all over the place, which seems very, very cool. There is the Gear 5 Luffy Don, which seems incredibly cool. And then we've got stuff like this. Remember that advert with the person answering the snail phone? It's not actually called a snail phone, is it? Oh, sorry about that. But you can basically sit in the chair and get your picture taken there. And they're claiming, and I have not been down and checked yet, but they are claiming that they are going to have Romance Dawn in stock. Like, they've gone and listed their products that they are going to have, and they've included Romance Dawn on the list. So it looks like they're going to have Romance Dawn in stock. And Romance Dawn has not been in stock in Japan. Like, I've been to 2 of these One Piece TCG stores as I record this, and both of them had set 2, set 3, set 4, but set 1, Romance Dawn, it was listed as sold out. And it looked like it was gone and was just not coming back. So the idea that they're actually going to have that is quite exciting. And here's the thing, right? I'm going to Hakata tomorrow. There's a One Piece TCG store I'm going in. I'm going back to Yokohama soon, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to pop and go to the One Piece TCG store there. I missed it when I was at the Pokemon World Championships. I just didn't have time. I'm going to be heading to Ikebukuro in the next few days, and I'm hoping to go to the one there. I am hoping to hit multiple One Piece TCG stores over the next couple of days. But if it's anything like the first 2, I'm going to pop in, buy some cards, take a picture which looks just the same as the rest of them, and then leave. That's what happened with the first 2. But this one in Shibuya looks different. With the promotional Dawn, which will be given out in other places, that's very important. With the potential in stock of Romance Dawn, with the photo opportunities and everything else, this just looks like on another level than the regular permanent stores, which is weird to me, but that's where we are. So Starter Deck 11 is now official. It is as we expected it to be, and this Shibuya pop-up store looks amazing. I'll go in a couple of days and report back. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think about this. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.